great to have those of us who are sitting around understanding the importance of what it is Future Institute does and what they represent. But you want to hear it from the students. You want to hear it from the mentors as to the reason why. The passion behind what we do is only as good as the outcomes. And I am pleased to have a panel here of both students and mentors who are going to give you some insight on their experience. And I will call out, starting with Viviana. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. So hi everyone, my name is Viviana Benitez and I'm currently a sophomore at DePaul University. I'm majoring in special education and I'm a second year FLI program participant.
Thank you, Viviana. All right, Shahisa.
My name is Shaisa Bassoon. I am a graduate from Chicago Math and Science Academy in 2014 and a graduate from Northeastern Illinois University in 2020. And currently I am working as an academic counselor at CMSA.
That's wonderful. Michael.
Hi, my name is Michael Zambuvio. I am a second year FLI participant. I am currently a sophomore at DePaul University and I'm currently studying business administration.
All right, and Dr. Rayner.
Hi, I'm Dr. Christina Wagner. I'm the System Director of Clinical Service Lines at Sinai Chicago, and I'm one of the mentors in the program.
And finally, Phil.
I'm Philip Crone. I'm president and founder of Productive Strategies. We're a sales process and marketing consulting firm. I went to high school in the Chicago area, went to Duke for a BA in psychology, and then have an MBA from Kellogg at Northwestern.
Well, welcome. If you all cannot hear in the back, please feel free to just let us know. I know that some of us are masked, so that can be a bit muffled. All right, so the first question that I have, and this is to any of the students. How has Future Institute impacted you and your career aspirations? Give us an example.
So I can start off. One thing that I really love about the Future Institute program is having a mentor. So I know for me, last year I had a really good mentor that kind of helped me with my career aspirations because she was very knowledgeable in special education. So she kind of like really helped me figure out the next steps that I needed to take and like what classes I needed to take and like who to go to if I needed help with certain things. So that's one way that the Future Institute program has helped with career aspirations.
Michael?
I would say that my mentor, he was very good at breaking down every topic. He let me know that just because I have a degree doesn't mean I have to stick to it, and that there are many opportunities in life that no matter what I choose, that it's going to be okay. And it was really nice to know that someone who had already gone through this or was at a further step than I was doing okay. And it was really comforting to know that the steps I was taking were the correct ones.
It gives you some reassurance that, we don't know what's going on. But the good thing is that we have a community of those that have been there and can support you through those time periods. Now, Shahista, I have to point out, if you all did not hear her introduction, not only was she a student and matriculated out of the program, but she now is in a position where she is consulting and helping students. So I'd love for you to kind of chime in on how did Future Institute help you on your journey to get you to where you are right now?
Future Institute plays a prominent role in my success as a student and in my professional career because I am here today as an academic counselor because of Future Institute because they told me about this opportunity. When I had a mentor, they supported and guided me through my career pathway. And when I became a counselor myself, I am in that mentor position. And I hold that impactful decision for a student's success in their career, professionally and personally. So I am thankful and for Future Institute.
I thank you. I think it's great to see the start for the students that are sophomores and also see those that have matriculated out of the program. So we talk about all the good things. All right, so let's talk about some of the challenges that you faced when you were in college, and especially how has FI been able to, and I say FI, I'm sorry, how has Future Institute been able to assist you overcome those challenges?
Yeah, so Michael and I had pretty similar experiences. We both entered college with COVID going on, so we never really had a normal college experience our first year. I know for me, everything was online the first year, so I was kind of like confused as to what was going on. But Future Institute was really helpful with the workshops. They really helped us know like who to look for when we needed help, because we weren't really on campus, so like we didn't know who to look for when we needed something or like where to go to. So they really helped us with that. They also did a lot with like, if you needed something, you could go to them as well. So like we had Nicole and like a bunch of other people that we could ask for help and for resources. So that was one really good thing that I appreciated.
Yeah, I think the entire world can say that 2020 threw us all for a tailspin. So the fact that you were able to pivot during that time period says a lot. Michael?
I would say that it was something to look forward to, like the meetings that we had. Like Viviana said, it was really isolating at the beginning because we didn't know what was going on. Our classes weren't switched to all online until like a week or two before classes, so we had plans to actually be in person. And once everything shut down, a lot of people ended up leaving the dorms. There was a lot of confusion, and everyone was so isolated. I had difficulty reaching out to my classmates. I felt very confused at this time, and I always looked forward to the meetings that we had because I know that everyone was there, was really friendly and supportive. And if I really had any questions, I almost always got a response within a day or so. And I looked forward to knowing that there was some stability in my life at that time.
Yeah, it's reassuring to have at least some sort of network that you can tap into. I mean, honestly, at the age I am, I still look for those networks, and I still stay in touch with the mentor that I had when I was in college. So believe me, it does make an impact. All right, I'm going to switch up a little bit and address the mentors. So the question that I have is, as a mentor, where have you found that you've made the biggest impact on the students that you have mentored? You want to go first?
Sure. So I'm Dr. Christina Wagner. I have kind of an interesting past that I'm a first-generation college student. I went to school on a scholarship for need, not necessarily based on my academic achievements in high school. I got an undergrad in business, and I really did that because I just didn't know what to do. No one in my family could really offer me that assistance to try and figure out what my goals were. And I ended up working for about 9 years and then changing, becoming a nurse practitioner, getting multiple additional degrees, then a doctorate and an MBA. So I've got a lot of letters after my name, but I really would have probably benefited from a program like this to help put me on the right direction from the start and be able to get that kind of mentoring help from someone who could have guided me and who had been there before. So the reason why I do this is so that I can be that person to someone else. And what I have found is being that voice to guide, but also to listen, to hear the fears, to calm the fears, to let people know that they're not alone, and that, as your mentor had said, that there's always a way back, there's always another option, there's always another door. Maybe it's not necessarily your plan to have a pandemic your first year of college, but we're all in it together. So the Future Institute has been really helpful for me to be able to find like-minded students that were in the place that I was in and be able to help them achieve what they're looking to do.
I think it's awesome, and I think everyone probably in this room can attest to an opportunity where they've had a pay-it-forward kind of experience. Bill?
Sometimes you talk to the mentee and you find out that her family wants her to work long hours to help the family with their finances, and helping that student have a discussion with an adult outside the family of how to have that discussion with their parents so that they not only can contribute to the family's finances but optimize their college experience. So we've had some discussions about that. Also, what to do about a class where you think you're struggling, you feel like it's over your head. Do you drop the class? Having an outsider to talk to, and also get some ideas of study techniques and some strategies for maybe dropping the class, coming back, taking it over the summer where you could give it more time. So I've only been a mentor for one semester, but I've found we've had several discussions that I got a lot out of, and I think the mentee did too. And in the future, our mentee is going to go through our persuasive communications course remotely from St. Louis, so she'll get that help in future interviewing, future negotiating, just future conversations. She'll have some consultative communication skills.
Well, to follow up on that, I know that Dr. Wagner had mentioned her previous experience that she's been able to tap into to make you an effective mentor. So I'll pose this question, Phil. What tools from your career experience do you find essential in assisting as a mentor?
Well, first of all, the tool that I received from the Future Institute on pointers on how to have discussions and how often to have them with your mentee were very helpful. And we're setting up career goals, life goals, academic goals, and that structure's been very important. But I think the biggest thing that I can help with is the fact that we train people, both salespeople and technical people, lawyers, accountants, priests, golf pros, in communication skills. And if our mentee can take that program at no cost to them, we think it's going to help them when they're negotiating job interviews, accepting jobs, all kinds of situations in the future. Not just if they're in sales, but if they're in any type of profession where they're communicating with other people.
Great. All right, so I'm going to make this an open question. To the mentees, to the students, or to the mentors for that matter, what advice would you give a first-year student who is trying to figure out whether or not the Future Institute is going to benefit them, or how to get started? Because I know a lot of us talked about how, had you had this opportunity in advance, what would you tell your first-year self or first-year student about Future Institute and its importance? Michael?
I can take this one. I would tell my past self to look forward to it, to not be afraid to talk to people, to really open yourself up to the experience. I know at first I was a little hesitant because I had not done a program like this before. Yes, I had talked to people during small events, school gatherings, but it was nothing with such an incredible amount of connections that I made with so many people from other schools, people who attended the workshops, who were showing us their step-by-step process and how they navigated their way in life. We got access to their LinkedIn. There's just so much that you can do with this program that you just have to keep an open mind and see everything as an opportunity.
Wonderful. Anyone want to add to that?
I would say take advantage of the mentor. He volunteered or she volunteered to do this, and there's probably a feeling within the mentee, oh, he's running a company, he's busy, I don't want to bother him. But that's the furthest thing from the truth. I would say take advantage of the mentor, call him. Don't just have the scheduled calls. Pick up the phone, write an email if you've got a problem or you want to just talk.
And I think what I would add to that as well is that from the student standpoint, I would tell you that just because you're looking for guidance or looking for a mentor does not mean that you are any less of an adult, that you are any less of a leader, that you are any less of a student. There's not probably any one of us who has not leaned on and asked for help and gotten guidance and advice, just like you had said, that we from each other every single day. So it does not mean that you're not independent just because you have someone to bounce ideas off of. And I agree with Phil completely. This is probably having my calls with my mentee is the one meeting that I look forward to most on my calendar. So of all the meetings that I have, please don't show this to my boss.
Well, I will tell you, with the CEOs and executive directors and leaders within your own organizations, that's the reason why you have boards. That's the reason why you have senior staff. No matter how high up within an organization you go, even if you're owning your own business, you do need to lean on someone. So I think that says a lot. Yeah, oh, I was actually going to point something else to you, but yes, please.
Oh, an advice I would give my mentors and my past self would be explore opportunities, utilize the resources that you're given, or look for them and gain experiences and network within your community, within your school, within your university. It will benefit you definitely.
Well, you just kind of leaned right in. Were you going to say something, Bill?
I was going to say, the first conversation we had, it was the first week of school, and the mentee was overwhelmed with, should I join a sorority and do this and do that? And we said, you know, there's plenty of time to do all these things. Step back, evaluate them, like you said, and don't feel you have to get involved in everything going on campus. Wait till the ball comes to you and it feels right to join something. That was such a relief to her.
Yeah, there's a level of expectation and awareness that, you know, you're going in and you're being hit. It's like sensory overload, right? I'm going to ask you, Shahisa, because you have graduated, how has this program, how has Future Institute prepared you post-graduation?
Future Institute prepared me for post-graduation by establishing or engrossing my independence, my academic success, and preparing me for my career by offering their career workshops. I would attend all of them, from law school orientations to investments or educational career workshops that they used to have, and gaining that experience and knowledge prepared me to increase, to get better, to improve. I feel it helped me grow.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And especially the career programs, you know, helping with interview skills, helping you feel comfortable in your own skin, sitting across the table from someone as you're trying to sell yourself on getting that first job, which is extremely nerve-wracking. So yes, thank you for that. All right, so we're almost done. A couple more questions. So to the mentor, how does one volunteer, or why should one volunteer to become a mentor?
Well, I think we all want to give back in some way. This is a terrific forum for doing that. But I also think that you get as much out of it as the mentor as the mentee does. And that's the fun part, as you said. It's just a lot of fun to have these conversations.
I agree. It's, I think that I get back just probably as much, if not more, than what I give. I really like to be able to stay connected with both people from being my mentor, and then I have mentee the same way that someone provided me that. I'm going to give it to them. Of course, mine came later in my career. But I think the other thing that's nice is that helping to develop people into the professionals that they want to be, no matter what career that is. It just so happens that my mentee does want to work in the science field, and so I'm able to actually help her when she graduates, hopefully get a job and start a career, and give her a couple experiences that maybe others wouldn't be able to do. And I really look forward to being able to do that additional giving back and helping her in any way that I can. It's really created what I hope to be a lifelong relationship, and I think that having that makes me a better person.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, so this is it. We're going to wrap up in just a second, but I'm going to give you all an exercise. I want you all to think of 3 words that best describes Future Institute's program. 3 words. Anyone want to go first?
I'll do 3 with some hyphens. Risk reduction, I think, potential reaching, and just optimizing the chance for success.
Wonderful. Anyone else?
I think that is.
Yes.
Resourceful, encouraging, and student success.
Fantastic.
I'll say innovative, positive, and forward-thinking.
Wonderful.
I would say group, like unity, or like bringing people together, resourceful, like Shahista said, and then also encouraging, because we're very encouraging.
Wonderful. Michael, you gonna round it out? I love it.
Yes, I would say community, motivating, and self-realization.
Fantastic. Well, with that, I want to again thank you all for sharing your time. Sharing your time, and know that you have an entire room filled with folks who are here to support you. And we encourage you to continue to share with your fellow students, those that especially are not familiar with Future Institute, those that you have gone through the program with, that you have not connected with, just let us know, because we would love to see how we can continue to help. And if you're able to, reach back and help out that first-year student who's trying to figure out what all this is all about. So thank you very much. All right, thank you guys.